Hi, everybody. We're driving east on Cary Road in Felda, Florida, on our way to a new camping spot for us in the Okaloacoochee Slough. There is a big Forest Service sign right at the entrance to let you know you are in the right place. Shortly after you pull in, there is an information board full of details on things to do in the area, any current notices, rules, and a map. Continuing down the road, it will be about 3 miles before we get to our targeted destination, which is the Overflow camping area. Although the road is gravel, it is in pretty decent shape and we do not have any issues on our drive. There are actually a few different camping options out here. The first that you will pass is Panther Pond Campground, which is primarily for tents and small singular RVs. Driving through this loop here with our truck alone felt very tight and cramped. The road through this campground is pretty narrow with lots of trees and plants crowding in. We actually saw someone had brought a small pop-up camper, and that is probably the largest type of setup you would want to have in here. Also located at one of the entrances here is a dumpster that you can use. Continuing past Panther Pond Campground, you will get to the Overflow Camp, which is where we are staying. This is primitive camping with the Florida Forest Service, and you need to make an online reservation. With taxes and fees, it ended up being about $13 a night, which isn't bad for camping in Florida. And we only reserved a few days in advance, which is always something we prefer to do, as we prefer to come and go as we please, instead of having rigid plans, and that can be very challenging to do in Florida. At the Overflow Camp, there are 6 spots, all suitable for RVs. There is a vault toilet, and each site looked pretty level, has a gravel pad, and comes with a fire ring and picnic table. We booked site number 5, which was a unique site because we were kind of sandwiched in between number 4 and 6, but it was also the only site to have some trees and foliage, which helped give us some shade. There's also decent Verizon cell service here, and Nicole had no issues working. The 6 sites at the Overflow camp are all packed together. However, they are still spaced out much more than you would find at any private campground. In addition to the Overflow camp, there is also a hunt camp, which also has 6 spots suitable for RVs. These are laid out in a flower style pattern with sites on both sides of the drive and one site at the very end.
Site number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the back.
All campgrounds here have a welcome board with information. Something interested posted is generator usage is allowed 24 hours a day. This is actually a first we've ever seen, and actually nobody ran their generator during our entire 2-night stay. I assume because it's Florida and it gets hot, generator usage is allowed all 24 hours a day, so you can run your air conditioner if need be. We got our bikes out and went for a ride further down the road. The scenery here is very beautiful, and there are even a few areas that we saw some alligators. The Overflow camp was a nice place for us to check out. It's very quiet out here and seemed far away from the typical Florida hustle and bustle that we would likely find ourselves back here again. I also had some of the best Mexican food I've ever had in my life outside of Mexico at a food truck. It was fantastic. Thanks for watching, and always, if you have any other questions, please let us know.